Give me all the kisses. You can give me all the kisses. I don't know what happened there, guys. But we back. We back. We back. Watch out. Be careful of the knife. Thank you. Thank you. You want to say hi? Hi. Okay. There's Chu, guys. She wanted to say hi. Okay. Up, down. Up, down. Get them dirty feet off my countertop. All right, guys. So we're back. Let's get into our onions. So I'm just going to separate my bell pepper here. Hopefully you guys have chopped up all of your bell pepper. Who is ready to get into an onion? Me. Let's see. View. All right. Cook Shop Mom. I'm calling you in. Cook Shop Mom. Ooh, sorry, baby. Hi, girls. Let's see.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Are you cooking?
I am.
Yeah.
I have a half onion, if
Perfect.
that's okay.
Perfect. Yeah, so I'm just going to slice into mine, and then we'll walk through. Did you take the peel off of yours yet?
Most of it.
Okay, cool. So I feel like based on your Instagram handle name, you know what you're doing. Is this the case? How do you typically slice your onion?
Hey, Stephen.
Hi.
This is my husband here. We met you at your Las Vegas restaurant when you guys had your grand opening. But
oh yeah! Thank you for coming through.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're in Vegas?
No, I'm actually in Phoenix.
Oh, cool. Yes, people ask me that question all the time. Oh my
What did he say?
All right. So typically, everybody watching at home, I
can kind of go this way.
Flat, smooth side down. I leave this part on. This actually prevents you from crying. Little old wives' tale. It works for me. And I like to make slits, just slices right down like that, about 2 or 3. And this will give us a quick and easy dice. And then down the sides like so, not all the way through, because you don't want it to fall off. And then you're able to just run your knife through smoothly, like so. And then you have diced onion. It's that simple.
Awesome.
Nothing ever needs to be that hard. I hope you enjoy this chili recipe.
Yes.
So excited. All right. Thank you for joining.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. We'll keep
Sorry. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
We're not making drinks yet. Okay, we're gonna open our cans because this is all about, recipes that are appropriate for this time with things that are easy to find. Canned goods are the wave right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and open all my cans, and then we're gonna get to the stove and get cooking. I'll reposition this camera, and we'll be good to go. What'd you say? Facts. All right.
I'm your hype man.
You're my hype man? I love it.
That means
all right, so crushed tomatoes open. I'm going to put this at the stove over here. We're going to open our pintos and our kidney beans. Do you want to,
Yes.
Do you know how to open cans?
Yes.
All right, you can open this last can. I'm going to grab the turkey from the fridge, and then we'll get into it. Nice artwork out, Drain that. Bum Bum. Is anybody else playing Bitty Bitty Bum Bum right now from the playlist? Okay, Chooch, you open this last can. I'm going to move all my things. Watch out, girls. Careful. Set this over here. Set my knife over here. I'm going to
What's up, girls?
Position my camera. God bless you. You're fine. All right, let me unplug this. Cannon.
Ryan got my skirt.
Ryan, back up.
Turn the camera so people can see all this.
I'm sure all the parents out there totally get it. All right, so here's our stove. This is, you're back. Wow, Ryan. Okay, I'm gonna grab your turkey.
Okay, mommy. Doggy.
Turkey. All right. So we are going to start by heating up our Dutch oven here. This just happens to be the Dutch oven from my line. But he doesn't know how to open the can. He doesn't know how to open the can. It's actually the best can opener. It's actually the best. It is actually the best can opener. It's so simple.
It's a sweet July.
And all you have to do is pop the top off. He doesn't know how to open the can. All right, so we're gonna let this heat up. We have our bell pepper, onion, garlic, my turkey pound ground right here. I've got my herbs and spices. Today we're using oregano. We are not using that. We're using oregano, chipotle chili powder, black pepper, salt, and a little cumin, which I feel like is nice and special and fragrant and nutty and aromatic. It's gonna be delicious. Yes. What really is chili? I should have done more research, but I just want to say chili is cooked down ground meat, or if you're vegan, could be mushrooms, Beyond Meat, lentils, whatever you have, and you're kind of quick stewing with tomatoes and spices. It's comfort food. It's definitely comfort food. So I have my turkey here. He gets so loud. Do you know what that celebration was for? He got the can open.
I'm wearing half of this can.
Small victories. No, it does not go into my pan. Thank you. You can drain that liquid out, and we'll use it in a little bit. So I'm going to put my couple tablespoons of olive oil into my Dutch oven. I have my pound of ground here, and so the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. I like to salt as you go along. So 3 finger pinches as you layer in the ingredients, and that'll amount to about 2 tablespoons once all is said and done. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let me grab some towels, little mamas.
Okay, Mommy.
Oh, get your feet off my counter. Thank you. Thank you. Down, down. All right, so I have my turkey here. I'm just gonna get it into our Dutch oven. And again, I'm gonna layer in a little bit of salt and pepper. Oh, that sizzle. I love to hear it. Love me a good sizzle. All right, so a 3-finger pinch, a little bit of black pepper, and we're gonna mix that around. So we just wanna get this turkey browned a little bit. You don't wanna overcook it. So that's the thing with chili, right? People tend to get the meat in, and then they layer in all of the things, and by the time all is said and done, your ground meat is more gritty and chalky than meaty. And so we are just going to cook this down a little bit so that it gets nice and brown. And then we're actually going to remove it and coat in all of those little bits of flavor, the onions, the garlic, the bell pepper, beans, seasonings, then add our meat back in, then our liquid, and our magical maple syrup. That's going to change the game. You do one thing, don't leave the maple syrup out. You can leave one of the beans out. Heck, you could leave the meat out. Don't leave the maple syrup out. All right. Who wants to show me? Who wants to show me their meat? We're not doing that. Who wants to show me the progress on their ground turkey? Let's see. No, it's not. Okay, how's it going, everybody? You good? I want to see all the hearts and all the things to know it's going good. You can also ask questions along the way, and I'd be happy to answer them. So a couple minutes, about 4 minutes on this ground turkey, and then we'll remove it into a bowl and move on to the rest of our veggies, okay? Someone said, how's Cannon doing? Cannon's great. He's back there playing with his cars. He is such a boy, y'all. It is so different for me. His favorite word right now is lawnmower. The girls wanted me to tell you. He is just so freaking into cars and dinosaurs and lawnmowers. It's very new to me. Very new.
Whoever said slow down on the comments, that's how I feel.
I can't slow down. This is the cadence, guys. This is how, because we prepped all of our ingredients, so everything's ready to go. And you just got to get it into the pot and keep things moving. Yeah, does anybody want to show me their turkey? Well, how about once we get some of like the bell pepper, the onions, the garlic in, I will live somebody in to check your progress. So I'm just removing my turkey here. Again, the reason we're removing it is because we don't want to overcook it. But we wanted to get as much browning as we could onto that ground turkey.
There's some really good questions in there. I know you're
guys. You're really lucky today. I cleaned my stove top for you. It's typically because we cook so much. It's typically messy, but I didn't want y'all getting on me about my stove top because I know how y'all get.
You want to answer some of the people's questions?
Yeah, I would love to answer questions.
Where did you get the idea for maple syrup?
So guys, I'm like Buddy the Elf. I'm adding a little bit more oil to my pan here. I'm like Buddy the Elf. I put maple syrup on everything. It's a little embarrassing, but I'm Canadian and I grew up on maple syrup. I once made maple syrup lollipops in the snow in the 7th grade. So took the sap straight from the tree.
That's so cool, Mommy.
They think it's cool. That's all that matters. So I'm getting it. I like it and everything. I like the depth of flavor that it brings instead of using traditional sugar sometimes. And when it's not maple syrup, it's brown sugar. But this, I want it a little to make it a little special.
Does this freeze well? And if so, how long?
Oh, yes. So this freezes amazing. As long as it's in an airtight container, I'd say like a month or two, it's good to go. This is the perfect make-ahead dish. You can also make this at the beginning of the week and keep it in the fridge. So if you make it on like a Sunday or a Monday, it's totally fine to eat on Friday, you guys. And the flavor just builds as it sits in the refrigerator. So we have our onion in the pot right now. Again, seasoning in layers. So salt, pep on those onions.
What if we don't have a Dutch oven at home? Will it cook the same?
If you don't have a Dutch oven at home, you just want a deep pot. Whatever deep pot you have that can hold all of the ingredients will work just fine. Just fine.
What temp should the stove be?
So I have my stove on medium-high. I like to cook things on relatively high heat. So this is medium-high. Here's my onion with all of those extra little turkey bits in there. So once your onions look like this, you are ready to add in your bell pepper. Don't add in your garlic yet. You don't want your garlic to burn. That'll be the last thing that we chopped that will go in. So in goes my bells. Again, you want to salt and pep in little layers, just like so. Cook those down for a couple minutes. I want to check your progress. Who wants to show me what they're working with?
While you're looking, will agave work like syrup?
Agave works fine. You won't get that same flavor profile, but agave works just fine. So about 30 seconds on the bell peppers, and then in go your garlic.
Hey, this is for the kids.
Yes.
How do you get your kids to like these recipes? They're so gourmet. Why do y'all like them?
Yeah, why do you guys like my chili?
Because it's so yummy.
So just keep making yummy things, and then eventually they'll eat them.
It's true. So since they could eat solids, I made sure to add in like herbs and spices into their food. So even as a baby, when they were trying applesauce, right? Like I would add in a little bit of cinnamon to their applesauce or a little bit of nutmeg, and just building those flavor profiles from the time they're little, I think has helped.
Say what's up to Marlana Crawford too, who says Sweet July magazine is the best magazine that she's read over all other magazines in the world.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I appreciate it. That is really sweet. We worked really hard on this first issue.
I love your magazine, Mommy.
And I'm really happy you feel that way. The intention was to make everybody proud, so thank you. Okay, we need to get into our spices, but I want to see somebody. So somebody, let me know they want to come in and just show me their progress. We're going to get these herbs into the pan, into the pot, and let them get fragrant for a couple of seconds. So I'm going to put my oregano in.
Did you drain the beans?
Black
no,
pepper.
I did.
Stephen, drain the beans. Yes, you want to make sure you drain them. We're just going to use a little bit of this chili powder right in there.
Oh,
A teaspoon more salt. We have our pepper and our 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. So this is very important. Don't leave this out. So we're just gonna let this get really fragrant for a couple of minutes.
Miss Chris Fit, we're gonna do a quick rundown of all the steps after browning the meat. Real quick. Can you do it?
So a quick rundown of all the steps after browning the meat. We took the meat out of the Dutch oven. Yep. We added in our onions to a little bit more olive oil. Cooked that down for a minute. Yep. Added in, layering the salt and pepper as we go. Yep. Added in the bell pepper. Then we added in our garlic. And now we've added in our herbs and spices.
Oh, Shireen, way to go, Shireen. Shireen's giving some commentary.
So now our turkey goes back in, you guys. Just like so. And we're going to start adding in now our beans and our tomatoes. Ooh. Beanies in. Where's my other beans, babe? Oh, let me grab my beans. Yeah. There's our beans. You can use fresh beans if you have them. That's better. You just need to let this cook down for a little bit longer and add a little bit of chicken stock or veggie stock to the mixture here. I'm going to add in my crushed tomatoes.
Crushed tomatoes. Did you drain the turkey meat before?
I did not drain the turkey meat. So that's the thing with turkey, right? It doesn't give off a ton of oil. This is a very lean chili. So there's not going to be a ton of oil, which is why I had to add a little bit more olive oil to my Dutch oven before I put the onions in, because there's not much going on.
So Jessica with 2 A's, 4 A's. That's good. I think I said that right. Asked about the bean brand. I'm gonna show her the bean brand. Once we gonna add somebody in right now.
Pope. Namiz J, I'm adding you in.
Here we go.
So we're gonna cut that. You wanna, honey?
Bean brand.
The brand doesn't matter. Okay, this is not a sponsored.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. Are you cooking?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh.
But wait. No.
Nice.
Please.
Not nice. Nice.
Okay,
Thank you for even tuning in.
I love curry.
Oh my God.
I love you, curry.
Thanks for the love. For Stefan. Let's Brittany. Leo Sun 2208. I'm coming in to check your progress. Why are you laughing? You're being so loud. All right, y'all. Hi. Hello. This looks like a kitchen. Are you cooking? Hello? Hi.
Hi.
Oh, you didn't know you were
I did not even notice. I am so sorry.
Let's see your progress.
So I have to use white onion. I just got all the spices in there. Trying to keep up with you.
It looks great. So you have your spices and you're going to let them get fragrant for a little bit and then start layering back in all your ingredients.
Yes. And I have my turkey waiting here.
Nice. This makes me so happy.
Happy to Ayesha. Come say hi. This is my son.
Hi. Hi, handsome. What's your name?
You can't hear. I have my his name. Adrian.
What's your name?
Can you say Adrian?
Adrian.
Nice to meet you, Adrian. Thank you so much. It's looking great. I can't wait to see the finished product.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Guys, this is so cool that some of you guys are actually cooking. I mean, I can't. So cool. I'm going to add in the maple syrup now. All right? So a tablespoon or 2 of maple syrup, depending on how sweet you like it. We're going to mix that in. Again, I've lowered my heat to medium low. So this is going to simmer. It's not a joke. Everything's in the pot. The work is done, to be honest. So all we're going to do is let these flavors mend. I'm going to taste it right now and see. You always want to wait till the end. You can always put more salt in or put more flavor in. You can't take it away. So I always wait till the end here to taste and see what final layer of flavor I need. So I'm going to grab my little, oh my God. It's all, literally, if you didn't want this to simmer, you could eat it right now and it would be perfect.
Mommy, can I?
It's so good. Yes, in a second. I'm going to add in just a pinch more salt and a little more pepper. And then, guys, I'm going to pop the lid on and let this simmer while we make a drink. We need drinks. Okay, look. This is where we are. Right here. So I'm gonna pop that lid on, and we're gonna let this bad boy simmer. And then once our drink is done, typically you wanna let it simmer for at least 20 minutes. But once our drink is done, I think we can go ahead and plate. Let's get into this schmacking cocktail. Girls, I will make you something different after this is done, okay? Okay. Okay, can you do me a huge favor and go and keep your brother company and then play? Okay. Okay. You can watch from right behind. You're in the same house as me right now. Okay, guys, so I wanted to just show you something that's really special to me, and that was one of the most exciting things about me being able to have this magazine. I mean, it's such a privilege and an honor. I take it very seriously. A lot of effort was put into this, but my mom has always wanted to write, and she always has, but just privately in her own space. And so the coolest thing about this magazine, one, is that I got to have all of my closest friends, for the most part. There was a bunch of people missing, but 10 of some of my closest friends and family, like my mom and my grandma. And not only that, but my mom is also going to have her own column every single issue, just about her journey, her thoughts, her wisdom. It's my mom, Carol. She's at Jamaican Glamour on Instagram, and I've been lucky enough during this shelter in place that we've quarantined together, so I'm spoiled. So, Mommy, come say hi. So, everyone, she showed up just in time for the cocktail. This is my mom, Jamaican Glamour. Her real name's Carol, but yeah, my mom was born in Jamaica, spent half of her childhood in Canada, where I was born. And has seen it all, done it all, and I'm just so happy to be able to have this generational magazine. I feel like it hasn't been done before, where it appeals to kids, because Riley has a column in the magazine, and it's pretty cool. To people like you who are in like the next chapter, but young and fresh and fabulous, and then me, like young mom trying to freaking figure it out. Love you, Mama. So check it out. If you buy it for any reason, buy it for that. Right, you want to come and show them your column? And then we'll get into the cocktail. So also in every column, hi. Wait. Oh. I thought somebody, it was my shadow. What happened? It was my shadow. Wait, I saw my shadow. Doesn't it look like a split screen though? Okay. So Riley is a young budding writer. She journals every single day. Her spelling already, she's 7, but your spelling and the way that you write is so beautiful already. She's a songwriter. She does it all.
I already got one.
So for this issue, we have a column called Hey Mom. And this is going to be, we'll show them. This is going to be a column where Riley basically gets to ask me anything. So, you know, the magazine can only be so long, so big. There were so many questions she asked me. And of course, only a couple could make it into this column. We'll have to do a little podcast or a chat or something to talk about the rest of them. But she did a phenomenal job interviewing me and writing, and I'm so proud of you. Tell everyone, you know, why you wanted to have this column in the magazine.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
What excites you about it?
That I get to ask so many questions, and that I get to have all the answers to them. And that all of the answers are going to, it's so great.
All of the answers are great, but thank you. I bet in about 10 years you won't feel that way, but I appreciate it now. I love you. Okay, you guys go over there. I'm going to get into this drink. So the drink's super simple. Again, it's a weeknight. I've got kids. I'm sure some of you at home have kids. People are working from home, sheltering in place. It needs to be quick, fast, and easy. So I have my cocktail shaker here. I'm going to start out with one cocktail. And as I answer your questions, I'll make some more. So I'm going to put 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of mezcal. This is what's bringing the smoky, y'all. So instead of using traditional tequila, we are using mezcal. Any type of mezcal you like. But that's what lends that smoky flavor to the cocktail that I think pairs so well with that cumin and the chili powder in the chili. So, in goes our mezcal. I am going to put 2 ounces in mine. Boop. And then you want to add a little bit of Chambord. I think I said 3/4 of an ounce. I'm not sure. But I know you guys all have the recipe ahead of time. Then you want to add a little lime juice. So I have a fresh lime here that I'm going to juice out. But honestly, if you're doing store-bought, I really like this brand, Nelly and Joe's, because it's just what I grew up watching everyone use. And so I'm going to juice my lime, but you can literally use the juice that you buy from the store if you want. Well, I can't find my lime juicer. It's fine. We'll improvise. I'm going to use my lemon juicer. I said drinks. Tucci, you have any questions for me? We have a column too called Connected. It won't be us every time, but it'll feature some sort of life relationship. Whether it's between sisters, it's between mother and daughter, whether it's between husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever the situation is, we're gonna dive into it every single issue. And I think relationships are so dynamic and different. Yes.
It's about taking your relationship to a new level. When you have been at home for 9 weeks, you gotta look at this mean, nasty, no haircut mug for 9 weeks and see if you still got the love. You know, that's the test, right?
I think we still have the love.
You like the scruff?
I love your scruff.
Mommy,
I love the scruff.
We're talking about real deep things in Sweet July.
Real deep.
Connected.
So in goes the. Oh my God. In goes the lime juice. I'm gonna add a little bit more because even though it just went in my face, it wasn't that. And then our star of the show that pairs well with the chili again, our maple syrup. So just a splash or a half a teaspoon. Can you give me a cup of ice, babe?
Oh,
so I can shake this bad boy?
People from Davidson Summit Coffee.
Hey! We actually have some very exciting things happening here at Sweet July with caffeine. But we'll get into that later.
Mommy, can I watch
some ice, please. A cup of ice. Yes, you're fine. Just don't touch anything because this is grown-up stuff.
Okay.
So, guys, this is the cocktail. I feel like it's definitely past 5 o'clock on the East Coast. It's almost 5 o'clock here. Totally appropriate. I mean, this is the way. So I guess I wanted to do this because I wanted to show you firsthand how truly easy these recipes are and how you can do them with chaos in the midst of chaos and many things happening. I had to do it with nerves in front of all of you, but it's done and it's 4:39. And I was able to talk and converse and still get the meal on the table. And that's the way that I cook. So whenever you go to a recipe of mine that's out in the internets or in the cookbook, just know it's going to be easy and fast, but still full of flavor and delicious because that's the stage I am at in life right now. The kids are 7, 4, and 1. So we're in the thick of it. So in goes a little ice. I put just enough ice to layer the cocktail so I don't have to add ice into the glass. That's the way I like it. Gets frothy. Thank you, Shelly, Stefan's fairy godmother, for this beautiful glass she got me to celebrate when my cooker launched.
Vanna White in the middle.
So we're just gonna shake it. If you don't have a shaker, it's fine. Use a spoon, whatever. Put 2 cups together, shake those. You got it. But if you do have a metal shaker at home, this one's from my line also. I think we'll do some swipe ups or something after this in case you like anything that you saw. But you want to wait until it gets sort of icy and frothy so you can do that. And then we have a Smoky maple margarita. Somebody really wanted their drink. Okay, I will wipe it. That's like you. Bone apple tea. Bone apple tea. That is delicious. Mommy, you want this first one? All right, y'all. So that's our drink. That's all there is to it. It's a smoky and a spicy. You don't like smoky drinks, huh? If you don't like smoky, you can totally do it with regular tequila, your favorite tequila of your choice. Really doesn't matter. I like a good smoky cocktail, and I think it pairs well with the chili. But whatever you prefer. Cheers, everyone, for real. Thank you for coming and celebrating with us. It's really exciting. And it's just the beginning. The whole premise of Sweet July, somebody asked earlier, like, where did it come from? How did you come up with the name? So I got married in July, Stefan and I, and all three of you children happened to be born in July. Totally wasn't planned. We actually tried to conceive Ryan for well over half a year, 7, 8, 9 months, something like that. Still happened the exact same time. And so July's always been, Ken, you want to come say hi? July's always been a really happy time for us that's full of gratitude and excitement and eventfulness and mindfulness and just like heightened levels of happiness, all of the things. You want to say hi? Okay, say hi. And so I wanted to carry that into everyday life. And I wanted everybody to take on that mantra of figuring out whatever your Sweet July is, that time in your life when you feel the most joyful, and figure out what that something is that makes you feel like that during that time, and find small ways, start small, but small ways to implement that little bit of happiness into your everyday life and just find gratitude. So that's what my Sweet July is. I'd be interested to know what yours is. Say hi to people. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. You want to go see Daddy? Okay. Give me a kiss. Okay, give me a kiss. No. Guys. This is.
Daddy.
You want to go see Daddy?
Yeah.
Okay, go see Daddy.
See Daddy.
Okay, go see Daddy. Okay. So yeah, that's Sweet July, and we want this to feel like a safe space. We want the magazine to feel like a safe space. We want it, as we say internally, my team and I, we say we want Sweet July to be a place where, newcomers, people that are new, have never seen it before, feel like regulars. And we're regulars, those of you that have been following along forever, even pre-Sweet July, feel at home. So just like a safe space for everyone. And with that, our chili is done. Ryan, do you want to do me, get your phone off the counter? Do you want to do me a favor and grab me a bowl? One of the small, deep bowls. So we're going to plate up this chili. Let's get into it. Let's check it out. I cannot wait until after this to look at the tag photos and see your finished chili products. So if you made some chili yourself at home and you were watching, or if you weren't watching and you had to make it early or later, whatever, we want to see it. So tag me in it. I want to see. Oh, baby. Oh, yes. So that looks perfect. Oh, yeah. So this can keep simmering if you want it to, but I just want to plate a little bit of it up just to show you. So I have my bowl here, and I'm just going to take a little bit of my chili and plate it. Just like so. And then we will go back to our first spot where we started this whole thing. And we will close this out in a minute. But we want to garnish and taste, of course. So garnishes, you can do a little avocado. You can put a fresh lime on the side. Any cheese you like. I have triple cheddar here. I'm just going to put some of this triple cheddar. Vegan cheese if you're vegan. No cheese if you're not feeling it. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese on the top there. I have a little bit of fresh sour cream. Just like so. Little dollop. And then we have our gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous green onions. I love a good garnish. I like the way it rounds out the dish. Gives a little crisp bite to that chili since it's all cooked down. It just gives us something to crunch into. Something fresh and herby. So I'm just cutting. So yes. Guys, that's it. There's our chili. That was so fast. The hour on the Instagram Live isn't even up yet. That's our gorgeous chili. I'm going to let mine simmer on the stove for a little bit. I know Stefan's probably going to want to eat this one, but those flavors are going to continue to mend. I will answer 2 more questions before we do the I'm going to head out. So any more questions?
Okay.
Oh, somebody said, I won't count this as one of the 2, but somebody asked, what retailer carries your products? So it's great right now. Actually, if you go on Amazon, I have a whole store on Amazon where stuff can get shipped directly to your home pretty fast. It's also sold Target online. It's sold online at Macy's. It's sold online at Wayfair and QVC. So all over the place. We'll provide some swipe ups, but this is about Sweet July. I'm happy you guys are interested in the product, but this is all about Sweet July. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please, if you can, if you're out safely and see the magazine, feel free to pick it up, or you can order online. Cook all of the recipes. Again, there's 22. We will do this again, probably something from the girls' brunch section of the magazine. Again, it's like a mini cookbook, so full of quick, easy things. I am going to, somebody said, how often will the issues be released? So the issue, it's a quarterly magazine, so every couple of months, so 4 times a year, the magazine will come out, which I feel like is nice. We made sure we did like a premium quality magazine full of content so that you could go back to it for months and months. Yeah. Like even down to the quality of the paper was an important thing for me, like making sure that the touch and feel to it was really nice. So we have this matte finish that just feels so luxe and it looks nice on the coffee table, in my opinion. Somebody said, where can we get the magazine? We will send links, and we'll put links after this here on the feed. Somebody else said, can we subscribe? So we don't, not yet, but hopefully with the next issue, you'll be able to subscribe to the magazine so that it automatically comes to you once it comes out. Can we show you our plate? Yes, please, 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 please. Tag me in the pictures. Tag Sweet July in the pictures. I want to see it. I'm gonna post some of the finished dishes that you guys tag me in on my Instagram, so that I can relish in the moment that you guys cooked one of my recipes. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're definitely gonna do this again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This was so much fun. I got to make 2 more cocktails for my man and my mama because I ended up taking this one, and a couple of non-alcoholic beverages for the kids. Oh, okay. He took my drink. Whatever. Listen, if you're cooking for your kids and they're not into the spice, just leave the chili powder out. It's fine. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. That's the first Sweet July live in the books. Woo! Thank you. Love you, Chuchi. Thank you for being so supportive. This is my life. That's my eardrum going bye-bye. Peace. Happy eating, everybody. Thank you so much, for real. Bye.
That was great, baby.